Today, we're going to look at a probability problem. And in the end, I'm going to leave you guys to figure out the answer. Okay, so suppose you meet me on a street corner. Suppose you meet me on the street corner. And I am with my son. I tell you that I have another child at home. And this probability that I'm going to ask, we're actually going to solve. So, what is the probability that my other child is a girl? A lot of you may just say it's a half. But in this case, it's not true. Now, if I write down, say, B girl or boy boy, the first thing I write down is the sex of my first child, or the gender of my first child, and then the gender of my second child. So, in theory, if you have two children, it can be boy girl, boy and then boy, or girl and then boy, or girl and then girl. But it can't be this one because you met one of my sons. So the probability that the other child is a girl, well, there's three possible outcomes. My first child is a boy and my second is a girl, meaning you met my firstborn, or my first and second born are boys and you met one of them, you don't know which one, or my first child is a girl and my second is a boy and you met my second one. It can be both girls. If I have two girls and only two girls, how could you have met my son? So there are three outcomes and two of them have a girl. So first of all, notice that's more than a half. Because 1.5 out of 3 is a half. You have two chances of having a girl out of 3. That's more than half. So the fact that you met my son doesn't up the chances that my other child is a son. Okay. Wonderful. So the probability that the other child is a girl is 2/3. So now, I'm going to change something. Suppose you meet me on the street corner and I am with my son. I tell you that I have another child at home and this son is my firstborn. What is the probability that my other child is a girl? So let's look at this. My firstborn is the son. So either I have a boy and then a boy, or I have a boy and then a girl. So the probability that the other child, which is the second born is a girl, is 1/2. Out of 2, one of them works. And of course it's true, because if you know the sex of my firstborn is whatever, then the sex of the secondborn oh, one is 50-50. Half will be a boy, 50% chance it's a girl. And, okay, so now I kind of color coded it for you. When we're talking about what I have in black, it's this story, but only the black. That is, don't read the "and this child is my firstborn" because it's in blue. Now, what if I make one change? I say, and this son is my secondborn. So, what's the probability the other child, namely my firstborn, is a girl? Firstborn is a girl. And of course, it's going to be 1/2. So, here's what's going on. I have 2 kids. You meet me with one of them on the street corner. If you don't know, maybe I said that wrong. I don't think I said her son. You know I have 2 children, and you meet me with my son on the street corner. If you don't know, and you want to know, what's the chances that the other child is a girl? But maybe you have a little girl at home, and you want to know, oh, what are the chances that this man has a girl at home so my daughter can play with her? Well, if you don't know the order that this son was born in, the chances that the other child is a girl is 2/3. If you do know the order that the son that you met is in, whether it's firstborn or secondborn, the chances that the other child at home will be a girl is 1/2. So if you don't know what order the son is in, it's the probability the other child is a girl is 2/3. But if you do know what order the son is born in, the chances that the other child is a girl is 1/2. Now here's the thing. It doesn't matter whether I tell you firstborn or secondborn. The probability that the other child, it doesn't matter, let me do it up here, I'm sorry. It doesn't matter whether I tell you that this son is the firstborn or the secondborn. As long as I tell you it's this one, my first or secondborn, the probability that the other child is a girl is 1/2. So now, here's the question I want to ask you. Suppose that you meet me on the street corner and I am with my son. And I tell you that I have another child at home. And this son with me is, and then the train goes by and you didn't hear me say first or secondborn. All you heard is, and this is my son, he is my blank born. And you couldn't hear the blank. So my question is this. No matter which one I said, whether it's the firstborn or the secondborn, each of the probabilities is 1/2. However, let's look at the original story, the one that's in black. If you don't know the position number of the son that you met, but you do know I have 2 kids in total, the probability the other child is a girl is 2/3. Then my question is, what would the answer be if you heard the following? I tell you that I have I have another child at home, and this son that you met me with is my blank born. And you know that I meant to say first or second born. And again, if I said second born, then the probability that the other person is a girl is a half. And if I said firstborn, the probability that the second born is a girl is a half. But if I don't mention anything, the answer is 2/3. So my question is, if you didn't hear what I said, what would the answer be? Again, my argument, I'm not leaning towards any one answer. My argument is, if you didn't hear what I said, it doesn't matter because they're both equal to 1/2 for the other child being a girl. But then again, if you didn't hear what I said, it resorts back to the first probability where I didn't tell you anything. And that answer has the chances of the other child being a girl at 2/3. Below, leave your comments. Let me know what you think. Is the answer 2/3? Is it 1/2? Can it not be done? If it can be done, is it another number? Come on, guys. Now it's your turn. If you like math like this, please subscribe to my channel. Always leave comments below. Tell your friends and teachers about my channel. And as always, have a great day. Thank you. Study hard.